What's wrong with your face?
Oh man, for real?
That's rude, brother.
It's really stupid.
Timothy Delaghetto. I've had so many problems with ADHD. I went to the doctor in high school, and the doctor's like, and I was like, what? He's like, oh, you're above ADHD. I was like, what do you mean? He said, you got 4K. I was like, 84K, what's that? And he was like, oh, it's bad.
Okay, lit, because I love talking about it.
Okay, you have ADHD?
Yeah, I got diagnosed officially like a year and some change ago.
Yeah.
Dang.
What made you want to get diagnosed?
One of my homies from high school was like, hey man, just so you know, like, I want to apologize to you if I was ever like rude in the past because I have ADHD. And I was like, oh, well, I didn't really notice, right? But he said something that kind of really resonated with me. And he goes, my whole life, like, I would always get accused of not caring about things, but it was literally just because I forgot. And I was like, oh shit. Are you?
Vegetarian?
Yeah.
No, but I got diagnosed with a non-alcoholic liver disease.
Oh?
So my liver is just filled with fat from like red meat and like.
Really?
It's filled or
sugar.
it's covered? I thought-
Covered,
Oh,
covered.
covered, yeah.
We hate this guy, right?
His problem was insecurities. Usually when people talk shit like that, always projecting. Like, I wish I could do that. I wish you'd be that.
Between
You
you and me.
you trying to poach this podcast, make it number 4? You and me.
Hello?
On today's podcast, we have the OG, the infamous, beautiful Timothy Delaghetto.
We're gonna talk about his massive, severe ADHD and Alex too.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about cannibalism.
Yes, and we're going to talk about how many times it actually takes to get pregnant. It's more than you think.
It's 100.
10!
Welcome.
I got 3 things I need to ask you, sir.
Yeah, please go.
First, what's wrong with your face?
Oh man, let me tell you.
That's
Let me
rude,
tell
brother.
you.
Why'd you say
Wait.
that?
Okay, wait. For those listening and watching at home, I told Alex to make sure and bring that up. He's not being rude. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I'm mad, like red and flaky and kind of like splotchy right now. I just got like lasers on my face for like scars and shit like that, and also I got like injections into my acne scars yesterday, all at once yesterday. It was bloody, it was lasers, and now I'm just like healing up for the next little bit. So, but I didn't want to like reschedule you guys.
I don't even think you can see it on camera.
Yeah.
You look just as beautiful as ever.
If you didn't tell me, I wouldn't have noticed, honestly.
That's what you think, man. And then one day one of these annoying kids is like, what's wrong? His face looks like he just got whatever,
Yeah. I'm
They
glad we
notice
got ahead of
everything.
it.
Me too.
Secondly, why you looking so vascular?
Am I?
In your veins. Look at your. Ooh.
Well, I've always
Oh, yeah.
been, aside from the fact that I have been working out a little more, taking
Yeah.
my health seriously
Yeah.
for the first time in my life,
That's
really.
too.
Okay.
I've always been a veiny boy. Like as soon as I hit puberty in like 7th, 8th grade,
Yeah.
I got very just veiny.
Is
dog.
it just only in your arms?
No, dick. Super veiny.
No way.
My penis is very veiny.
No way.
Yeah, pretty veiny. Curves to the right as well.
Mine's straight. I've
Yours
always
is
been jealous
straight?
of curvers. People say they curve. I'm like, dang.
Dang, mine goes this way.
Really?
The up
that
curve
one.
is like elite, dog.
Is it?
Wait,
because-
like a horn?
No, I go like this. Mine's like a banana.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
up into
probably
the-
nice.
No, up, just up like this.
Yeah, see, because like from what I have learned in my life is that like the G spot is up.
Yes.
So that's like ideal.
Oh.
I gotta do like a cheat, like I put on the left so it goes up into the so it goes up. If I,
Oh, so you
I'm
say
right.
sideways.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't get sideways. I put them sideways.
Oh.
Or yeah.
That's
Dang,
crazy.
Alex, you gotta start bending your dick.
Yeah, I gotta be like a dick bender.
yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. That sucks. One time I was in a ice bath, and then I got out, and it really was like all the way in.
That happens. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's only happened one time, but I was like, whoa! It was like it went from an outie to an innie belly button, but it was all the way where I got scared.
And
I was
then
like,
you went.
no, I did. That didn't work. So then I had to pop it like a pimple to pop it back out.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, I had to go like this, and it was like, I was like, oh, good, thank God.
Do it right now.
All right.
Also, you want to see something cool? Speaking of my veins, watch
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Watch this one right here.
Ew.
Oh, it's moving on my knuckle.
Yeah, it's doing like a worm for all you audio listeners.
You had a third.
I did have a third ADHD.
Doesn't matter. We have ADHD. I don't know how much you've spoken about it on your
We
show because
haven't
I don't
really
want to
at
know.
all.
No, we have not. 0.
Okay, lit. Because I love talking about it.
Okay, you have ADHD?
Yeah, I got diagnosed officially like probably like a year and some change ago.
Yeah.
Dang.
What made you want to get diagnosed?
Well, okay, so one of my homies from high school was like, "Hey man, just so you know, like, I want to apologize to you if I was ever like rude in the past because I have ADHD." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't really notice, right?" But he said something that kind of really resonated with me, and he goes, "My whole life, like, I would always get accused of not caring about things, but it was literally just because I forgot." And I was like, "Oh shit!" And that kind of took me back to being a child. And my parents would tell me, like, do these chores today. And I would literally be like, yo, I'm going to do it. And then I would forget. And my mom would be like, if you cared, you wouldn't forget. I'm like, no, I care.
Yeah.
I don't forget on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of made me think about a bunch of things and just other instances where I did kind of realize I have, like, trouble just focusing sometimes. And, like, another instance where I had like a meeting with somebody, low-key important meeting. It was like over lunch, and it was me, my boy Rick, and this guy we were having a meeting with. And for some reason, I like, as we're talking, I'm like cleaning the table, I'm putting like plates together and shit, and I can see his eyes like watching me do this shit. Like he's looking like, why am I not looking at him? And even though I was in it, I still was doing it. And afterwards, Rick was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that was so rude. And I remember thinking like, yo, what is wrong with me? Why did I do that? Yeah. And so after I thought about it, I scheduled this like Zoom meeting with this professional person that would diagnose me. And I was like, all right, I'm not gonna be one of these people who like is trying to make it obvious that I might have ADHD. It's like, I'm gonna focus, right? So we scheduled the Zoom. I put the computer mouse right on her nose from the beginning of the meeting, and I just stared at it the whole time. And then, but even while we're talking,
you were listening?
No way.
No, not really.
Wow.
So even while we're talking, I'm kind of like moving around a little bit. She's like, okay, I'll tell you right now, I'm already just kind of noticing little things, and I can tell you're kind of having trouble sitting still. I was like, oh shit.
Yep.
And then she asked me something, and I was like, okay, I promise you, I'm not trying to be funny right now. What did you just say? She's like, oh, you're in the right place, my friend. And yeah, she told me ADHD, and also what they're calling, what the new phrase for ADD, which is ADHD unattentive, that as well. And it just kind of helped. Like, I'm not taking any meds, but it for sure kind of helped make some things clear for me.
Yeah.
You just like notice things and like, oh shit, I'm doing it again, kind of thing.
And I forget to flush my poops.
Oh.
I don't know if y'all ever do this.
No, I forget the second flush. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't wait around to see if something, is there some floaters?
Yeah.
But I've been working on that.
And see, and do you guys, you're married, you live with your lady?
Yeah.
Okay, so it became kind of an issue for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would forget to flush my poops, and she'd be like, can you stop doing this?
Are you a one logger?
Oh, no, I poop for so long.
Me too.
I know, and then you have like one round, and you wipe, and then you like, another round will come. Yeah. So sometimes, bro, I'll like, whether I'm like doing business emails or I'm texting, whatever, I poop, I'm done. And here's my issue is like, I close the seat because I don't want the shit to get everywhere. But then in like the hand wash, wet wipe process, I'm already on to the next one. You feel me? So then like a couple hours later, I hear Chia, my wife, like, excuse me. Again, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I'm sure you can get an automatic flusher installed like in the public bathrooms, and then you never have to worry about it again.
That's true. You too fancy.
The Japanese toilets. You see Japanese toilets? They flush for you.
Yeah, and with the bidet
and shit. They heat you up. They massage your butt.
I've had so many problems with ADHD. I went to the doctor in high school, and the doctor's like, and I was like, what? He's like, oh, you're above ADHD. I was like, what do you mean? He said, you got 4K. I was like, 84K, what's that? And he was like, oh, it's bad.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, so you've known for a long time.
ADHD, yeah. And I tried to take meds, and I didn't like it. It would give me panic. The only panic attack I've ever had is when I took the meds for ADHD, so I never took it again.
Which ones did they give you?
I don't remember.
Okay, word.
But it was definitely a pill. But I zone out just like you. And one of the stories is, also, I can't sit still. If I'm in a movie theater, I go to the bathroom. I don't have to go to the bathroom. I just go because I have to move.
Like that?
Yeah. Or I'll sit in the back of the theater so I can get up and move around, and I'm not blocking anybody.
Yeah.
Dang.
I do that too. But I was in high school one time, and I can read people. Like, my mom spoke a lot of Tagalog to me, and I don't know what that means, but I know by how she's saying it and her face. So I zone out a lot. And I was at school one time, and Aaron, I was standing next to my older brother Aaron and his friend, and I don't know what he was saying, but I found out what he probably was saying, because he was talking, and then I guess his tone was sad, and then he had a pause, and in his pause, I say a lot of things that just fill the space because I'm not listening, and I've learned to do that in ADHD.
Yeah.
So he paused after saying something sad, and I was like, yeah, but how does that make you feel?
He's like, I just told you, mother.
And I thought it would be funny. Like, it felt like that'll be a funny joke. And he was like, what do you mean? And then he grabbed me by the neck and put me against the wall.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, whoa. And then after that whole debacle ended, I was like, Aaron, what was he talking about? He's like, oh, his dad died. I was like, oh my gosh.
Why?
That was so bad. I mean, I don't know. I just wasn't listening.
And what about it?
Yeah. I wasn't listening. And it was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a struggle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think but I think it also provides you with a superpower in terms of the business we're in and like podcasting, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, you can literally come in with no topics and just, you know, just talk about
Whatever's on your mind.
whatever's on your
everywhere,
mind
right?
for an hour or whatever, and and it works, you know?
I interrupt a lot. That's probably the biggest hindrance with my ADHD is just like, I'm not listening, or the person I was talking to said one word that triggered a memory, and if I don't say it now, then I'm not going to remember by the end of it, or I'm not listening to them because I'm trying to remember that.
Yeah.
And so I just, it's
tricky. Usually when we do these podcasts, it usually goes on like weird tangents.
Yeah.
And then I get distracted with this tangent and I forget what we talked about. So he gave me like, I don't know, like a secondhand ADHD. Honestly, talking to you. So I don't even know if I have ADHD. I probably do.
It's tough, man. For that specifically, I'll kind of like, with David, with the podcast I do with David, so sometimes I'll be like, hold on, I'm going to write this down so I don't forget to ask you. Or luckily with my other podcast, I got 2 co-hosts, so they might be on a tangent and I can kind of like jot something down on my phone real quick because I don't want to forget, you know? But I've been accused, some people are like, why does Tim always look like he's not interested? And then I had to get my face together because sometimes, man, I just be zoned out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not trying to be rude. It's just my face.
But how does that make you feel?
You start humping his face.
Dude.
I've had multiple people in my life tell me I say filler sayings because I'm not listening. So if it's anything, so I'll be like, huh, or there you go. Or
there you go.
Or gots to.
Or no way.
It is what it is.
It is what it is solid.
Yeah, it fits a
it
lot.
applies to like damn near everything.
Yep.
Yeah. Or you know what's a banger? You never know sometimes.
You never know.
Oh my God.
Hey, that's facts. Because it's like true.
Gots to.
Oh, my dad just died.
Yup.
No. Here's a good one too. Do it.
Okay. So yeah, my dad just passed away.
That's hot.
Give me another one. Say it again.
My dad just passed away.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one. My dad is not gonna pass away, but Just saying. Give me one.
Okay. My cat just passed away. That's always his answer to everything. He always gets a moan in there somehow.
Yeah.
Yes, Dad.
So you have how many podcasts now?
I have 2 officially. No Chaser's the oldest one. I think we're coming up on like this will be the 5th year doing it.
Wow. Every week? You post one every week?
Yeah. That's No Chasers is me and my good longtime homie and collaborator Ricky Shucks, as well as our co-host Nikki Blades. And it started off as like sex and relationship talk, and then, you know, as that kind of got a little old and I ran out of like sex stories and I felt the questions got a little repetitive.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like more pop culture, whatever we want to talk about. And then Dudes Behind the Foods with my boy, comedian, foodie homie David So. That one we started because we were traveling and doing like a travel food show for a few years.
Oh yeah, I was in it. You randomly asked me one day after we shot something, you're like, hey, you want to go eat food? I'm like, okay. Yeah, ADHD.
No, that was a different one. That was a pilot
Oh.
for a different show.
Oh, yeah.
ADHD.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But similar vibes.
Yeah.
And so we just thought like, we have so many stories from our travels and our eats. Like, let's do like a food travel podcast. But it always ends up being about like aliens and circumcision and like and religion a lot. So
Aliens don't circumcise.
You don't think so?
No, everybody knows that.
Circumcised?
Aliens?
I just know their dick curves this way.
Yeah. Oh wait, are you talking about illegals? Because they're not circumcised. No, I'm just But yeah, I'm starting a third one.
Yeah.
Because what I looked at and realized on my channel, because my channel is just basically my podcast now, it's like my demo has skewed 80% male.
Oh.
And I've lost like my whole female demographic.
You did have
you feel
a
me?
higher?
I was like 50-50 for so long. And I think just because, the humor gets very bro-y.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to like even this out. So I hit up my homegirl, Megan Batoon, YouTuber,
Yep.
dancer, Megan Batoon, DIY expert. And I was like, because we have really good fun conversations. And I was like, yo, what would you think about starting a podcast? And she actually had like the #1 podcast in Hawaii for a minute. Yeah,
No
it was
way.
called Just the Tip. And then she stopped. And I was like, bro, you down to like do something, you and me, both of our perspectives? And she's with it. So
Nice.
that should launch in like, I don't know, a month or so.
Why'd she stop? If she's #1 in Hawaii.
I think she was just one of these, you get into a situation where you're like, I need to take a break.
She was
You know what I'm
running
saying?
I
solo
feel
too?
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's probably tough.
Yeah, so she took a break, probably was feeling a little burnt out on everything, and took a little break, went to the desert for like, I don't know, 6 months or
Oh
some
my
shit, and
God.
built a house and a bunch of stuff, yeah.
Dang. So where do all these podcasts live? On your channel? Mm-hmm. All 3 of them? Mm-hmm. So you just have a podcast YouTube channel now?
Pretty much, man. And then I'll throw on the occasional eat travel show with me and David, or like, I don't know, when I make music again, I'll throw a music video up there. But it's mainly just podcasting, dog.
So you got podcast, acting, and friggin' what was it? I had another one. I know I did.
Dad.
Acting, and then stand up.
Biz.
So your job is to
Yeah.
talk. That's your whole job is to talk.
Thank God for the ADHD, bro. It's kind of lit. It's a blessing.
I do see it as a superpower, like you said, because like people are like, how did you even go from that to that? Or and like even when we used to do scripts, people would be like, what? How? Why would that happen next? And because like ADHD, you're just like, oh, that'd be funny. Nobody'd see that coming. Do you find having multiple podcasts is lucrative?
You know what? It can be. I mean, but that's why I'm pumping it up, dog. The shit's kind of been slow. Not gonna lie, views have been slow, and as a result, ads have been slow. And it might be partly because, now that I'm married, I'm just kind of out of news stories. My life is like, my life's beautiful. My life is good, really good. But it's like, it's all, I don't have, like the first couple years of No Chaser, because it was all like sex and relationship talk, I had all these like crazy, reckless, like groupie stories and funny stories and dating stories. I'm like, yo, I've been married for like 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, hey, life's fun, but ain't no like funny stories, you know what I'm saying? We're just chilling, and it's great. So I feel like maybe that aspect of it, people are like, Tim's gonna repeat his stories, and we don't do I don't like to go for clickbaity pop culture type shit. Like, oh, okay, I don't know, whatever. Just had like Justin Bieber's dick, you know what I'm saying? I don't just want to like, oh, okay, Justin Bieber's dick just leaked. Like, we don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do a whole lot of that.
Yeah, same. We don't either.
Yeah, so I think, the people that consistently tune in, they do tune in. But I think this new one will do well to kind of just rejuvenate a different vibe and bring something in to switch it up a little bit. Because, shit's been slow. And like, damn, I'm putting these kids in private school. That shit's expensive. So we're trying to, just make sure the momentum is still
You guys
going.
figure out what you're going to talk about, you and Megan?
Yeah. Oh, it's actually going to be advice. But in our grown, big age advice, the kind of conflicting, contrasting dynamics of not only male and female, but also, I'm married with children now.
Yeah.
She's kind of just really beginning to embrace her single, quote unquote, host stage of her life, which she has never really done. So our different just perspectives as grown people living kind of different parts of our lives. So, yeah.
That's good.
Should be fun.
You don't think that like since you have a bunch of different podcasts, it's like your views are spreading out instead of like if you just had one, it would be more on there?
You know what? Like, I did think that, but I think they're different enough.
Yeah.
They're different enough that I think, because even with me and David shit and No Chaser, stories will bleed.
Yeah.
And certain things will kind of get repeated.
Yeah.
But it's such a different vibe just in terms of like friend dynamics and the way I joke with David compared to the way I joke with Rick. You know what I'm saying? Like I've known Rick literally for like 20 years. Me and David are still, even though we've been filming together for a long time, there's still a lot we don't know about each other.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh really? That's how you feel about that? Crazy. Where me and Rick, it's like we are already kind of like we already know what we're gonna say and shit. You know, so it's different enough. If the people are interested, you know what I'm saying? So
Do people believe all your stories?
yeah.
I tell a bunch of stories of like my high school days or this or something crazy happened, and people are like, "Oh, he's just making up stuff." I'm like, what? This is what happened to me in my life.
Do you think maybe that's because your image at first was like pretty clean, and now if you want to tell these stories, they're like, "No, Alex, no."
That makes sense.
You know,
I don't know. They're just kind of out there. They're like that sounds like something that would happen in a TV show. It doesn't sound like real life. And I'm like, I there was no Instagram. There's no cameras back then, so I can't prove this stuff. But I'm like, yeah.
Who doesn't believe it?
There's
Like,
just always
everybody.
comments every time I tell any story, like the running story, the bomb threat story, the princess story. They're all like, "Oh, he's just making stuff up." I'm like, all right.
Just haters, bro. It's probably from the KSI people.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good. How does that make you feel?
you know what's funny is I always remember one of the first. Was I in one of your vlogs or some vlog?
Oh yeah, it was on his movie, right?
No.
Is that what you're talking about?
I was in something of yours. I forget, but I was, talking my shit, being me, because I've never had the clean demo, right?
Yeah.
I said something. I just remember the comments were like, "Alex, who's this guy saying bad words?"
I do remember that. I remember you bringing it up to me next time, laughing about it. I was like, I don't know, it's fine.
Like he's saying naughty words, Alex.
He said, "But." Yeah, I used to be super clean, but yeah, I guess that's why they don't believe me.
Maybe, man.
Yeah.
I think it's a blessing to have people watch us for as long and as consistently as they have.
Yeah.
People have kind of like grown up with us. Maybe it's new people, dog. Maybe it's new people who are like.
And then also, it's probably because I was daily vlogging for so long, and I've been on YouTube for so long that they know most things. So like, I didn't see that in any vlogs. I didn't see that. I don't know. So maybe that.
Maybe.
Do you guys have a good side?
Like a good and bad side? Like
Yeah, like if you I know Ariana Grande likes to stay like to the one side when she takes pictures. So like most pictures you'll see her like this or something.
Yeah, my right
Yeah.
is like aesthetically better than my left side.
Oh.
And I know people think that's like Hollywood talk, but it wasn't until I filmed a show where I was hosting it and I was sitting on like my left side was predominantly my main camera. And then I asked Rick, I was like, do I look better from the other side? He's like, yeah, bro, your left side is like a little wonkier. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just not as like even or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at most of my pictures, bro, if you scroll through my Instagram right now, guarantee you 90% of those pictures are from my right because I'm conscious of it. When I take pictures with fans, I always maneuver myself to the right. And even now, when I came in, I was like, oh, they got me here. Camera's right there. Lit. So, yeah, I'll be looking over here. But I'm always going to be kind of tilted like this. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, let's do some live comparison.
Okay, watch.
Wait, do it to the camera because we'll have them comment so we know which side is good.
Check it out. Right side. Now, mind you, I had lasers and shots yesterday, goddammit. But right side, let me mute a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Nice mute. I'm mute.
Okay. Left side.
Ooh.
Just a little. Hold on, take my glasses off. Right side is better. Let me take. Hold on.
I don't know, man.
No. Trust me, daddy. Trust me. Left side.
Okay.
Okay.
Left side. Okay.
Right side. Watch. Let the people vote.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna have them vote in the comments. Let's see. Oh, sorry for the audio viewers, but we got it. It's something we got to do. Do it to your camera so we can see. So they can tell us which side is our best. We got to know. I have no idea. Okay, Mew. Put your tongue at the top of your mouth so your neck goes up. Is that good? I don't know. Is it good?
I think that's good.
Okay, and now other side.
Left side?
I'm thinking your left one's winning for me,
I think
dog.
so, too.
Hey,
I think
good
so,
thing
too.
I'm on this side, right, Alex? I'm gonna just talk to you all day.
No, we're talking to the guests.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's mine. Ready?
Yeah. Okay, solid.
Daddy, both your sides are good.
Yeah, left is solid as well. Give me that right one more time. Give me the left one more time. Give me that right one more time. Yo, you got a good face. You got a good face.
I'm just a straight on guy.
But you just got good
You're
cheekbones,
good,
man.
you're good.
Yeah.
I prefer the left side.
This side.
Yeah.
Okay, let us know in the comments because I've never thought about this. I can't really. I don't know. I've never taken pictures to find this out, so I want to know. Let me know.
My left side's good.
Yeah, your left side's
Okay,
good.
for sure.
Pretty privileged, man. It's good from all angles.
All right.
I gotta struggle to get on the right side of the picture and shit.
What are you guys insecure about, body-wise, physically?
My right side, apparently. Right, Tim? Right?
He can't look at you.
I can't look at you.
This is just good, man.
It is a good side, but it might be because you have good lighting. I don't know.
True. I'm just gonna side at you.
I think I used to be insecure about my chickenpox scars.
Yep.
And people, these are real. Like when they say don't scratch them, don't scratch them because this is what happens.
I don't believe that, man. Like all of your stories, I don't believe it. Is that really chickenpox?
Yeah, it's really chickenpox. My parents put oven mitts and duct taped them, and I just ripped them off and
Like
scratched
that?
it anyways. Yeah,
Dang.
I've never had the chickenpox.
good. I mean, I guess not good because if you get it as an adult, it's bad.
Well, now I've been injected. Like now, there's like a thing you can prevent it.
Vaccine?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. But well, that's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was insecure about growing up. And then the doctor said they could put fillers under it, and it would just like pop it up. But then it like wears off, so you have to do it multiple times. So I was like, whatever. It's character now.
Oh, yeah.
They
for
plugged
sure.
me full of fillers for these acne scars, dog. I guess that's what I would be insecure about if there was something I had to pick, my acne scars.
Yeah.
'Cause like you said, man, we gotta listen to our moms, bro.
Yeah.
When I hit puberty, again, yes, veiny, great, beautiful. But when I started breaking out in 7th, 8th grade, my mom was like, just don't pick them. And I was getting these like breakouts on my cheeks, and I was picking them shits.
Oh, me too.
And then I got acne scars forever.
Groomer.
Hello. So all right, huh? Dogs getting groomed. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Sorry, podcast.
I was getting really deep conversations about my acne scars, dog.
How does that make you feel?
So
All right, finally. Oh, bro.
you're
Okay, between you and me.
You trying to poach this podcast, make it number 4?
No.
You and me.
No, I was just gonna. We hate this guy, right?
Yeah, he's a big wiener.
Big old wiener.
He's a huge wiener. There you go. Do you have a favorite pun?
I do.
Me
it's
too.
So dumb.
What is it?
It's the worst.
Let's
like
do
it's
it.
so bad.
Tell me it.
Okay. It's really stupid.
I bet it's not as dumb as mine.
First of all, I love puns so much.
Me too.
Like I really, really do. All right. I'll give you this stupid one, and I'll give you a fire one I heard. the other
Okay.
day, all right. So I went to a high school of majority Mexican students. Okay. It's like 80%. Shout out to Paramount High.
I can tell.
Shout out to Pablo. Pirate for life. All
Yeah.
right. So I learned
I
this.
was a pirate too.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Cool. wait. Say that again. I'm a pirate too.
Oh, I'm a pirate too.
Oh, are you? Okay. So, all right. In Spanish, a jaguar is pronounced jaguar. Mm-hmm. Okay. What did the jaguar say to the other jaguar?
Ja.
No. Jaguar you.
That was the good one or the bad one?
That's the bad one.
Okay, thank you.
I heard a banger the other day because it was a spontaneous one from this dude. It was an IG reel, and this British dude, he like holds up a sign. I don't know if he had a sign, but he's like, hey, he goes up to random people. He's like, would you like a pun? Mm-hmm. And then they go, sure, I guess. And he's like, give me a topic. They give him a random topic, and he comes up with a pun on the spot. Mm-hmm. So he goes up to this guy. He's like, would you like a pun? The guy's like, sure. Give me a topic. He says, death. And the guy's like, oh, okay, death. All right. Okay. I invited Death over to come help me redecorate my house, but I didn't like the repercussions.
That's a good one. Repercussions.
I'm not even joking right now. I have chills through my body. That's so good. Like I loved that. I was like, how on the fly? Crazy.
That is pretty good.
And I just feel like as someone who raps as well, I think just good bars are just dad jokes, just delivered differently with just a little more sauce on it.
Yeah.
And I will always kind of make that argument, and a lot of people don't believe me right away, but yeah, man, I appreciate puns and bars, and I just love it. Let me tell you, one of my favorite puns to this day that I still use. I was in economics class maybe, and we had this teacher, I forget his name, very dry delivery. I would always go to sleep in his class, but he didn't care because I got good grades. And he was so underappreciated because he was like, I hate my dentist. He always hurts my feelings. And I thought it was so fun. I laughed so loud. I was the only one. All the cholos in the class didn't appreciate it.
You have any puns, Roy?
Not that I think of, but I asked the groomer downstairs which side of my face looks better.
Yeah.
You want to know what he said?
What did he say?
He said, left side? Okay, I'll turn around, right side? I think your left one looks good.
Hey.
I was like, oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so he said left, so he's right.
So now you're self-conscious about that.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Talking about high school, my teacher, there was this teacher that freaking hated me.
Why?
Because he was the weird teacher that was like 25 or 24, and he's kind of close to the 18-year-old age. So it was kind of flirty.
Speaking of groomers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he was kind of flirty, but then I was like, I was their age, and then I was also kind of flirty. So I would take his attention or take the girl's attention from him. So he just hated me all the time. And every time I made a joke, anything I did, he would just get mad or send me to the office or just whatever, or just try to shoot me down or try to like if everybody's laughing, he's like, oh, whatever. Hated me. And one day he asked a question. It was a science class. And he was like, does anybody know what the inside of the coconut is called? And I raised my hand and he was like, and nobody else raised their hand. And he's like, Alex, just say whatever you're going to say. It's not going to be funny. And I was like, oh, the inside of the coconut, there's the milk, and then there's the meat of the coconut. And then he's like, see, that's what I'm talking about. How's that even funny? There's no meat in a coconut. Just go to the office. You're just interrupting class for no reason. And the girls were like, sir, it is called the meat of the coconut. That's what the white part is. And he's like, oh, okay, well, let's move on.
Wow.
Yeah,
he didn't apologize.
No, didn't apologize. He hated me.
Bruh, if we want to talk about teachers that hated me, bitch ass Mr.
Oh,
Freshman year, okay? I went to a Catholic high school in Torrance for 1 year, my freshman year, Bishop Montgomery High School, okay? Honors English class. First, like 3/4 of the year was Miss Fitzsimmons. She was dope. Made me love learning and shit, okay?
Yeah.
Made me love language and English and writing, all that. She was lit. Oh, no pun intended. Actually, that was just on accident. Crazy. She ended up getting married, moving to Britain, all right? And then Mr. comes in, 4th quarter of the year. Man, he wore a dark green leather jacket, way too big for his body, looked stupid. He just didn't get me, bro. And same, he thought I was always trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And mind you, yes, I did slack off a little more because I missed Miss Fitz, all right? But one time I was making a very good case in some type of like just oral presentation about like just the significance of the bedroom in this one story. And I'm like, oh, they don't let someone because of like the intimacy and the whatever. He thought I was just trying to make a dirty joke, and he's like, Tim, just stop. Ended up, it was a group project. He gave me a D, gave the other girl in my group a B because he blamed me for f***ing it up.
So she got a better grade even though you guys did the same.
What?
It was the same thing?
Yeah, this fool was trash. And I made my point to my partner. She was like, that's great. And then but Mr. Sculpt cut me off. Wouldn't even let me finish that shit. Hated that fool. He was so stupid. He had a cowlick all the time too that popped up. He was just whack, dude.
He didn't have a good side.
No, he did not.
Damn. It does.
Yeah, rest in peace. I'm just playing.
Damn.
You have any crazy high school stories?
No, but I can analyze both your stories right now.
Do it.
Analyze.
Yeah, so Mr. Mr. His problem was his insecurities, you know? Usually when people talk shit like that, always projecting. Like, I wish I could do that. I wish he'd be that. So he's trying to wish he was in your shoe.
Probably.
Wish he was a funny guy. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Rest in
and
peace.
yours, who's your teacher?
Did I tell a story?
You did.
I did? What was it about? Oh, the science teacher. I don't know. Mr. something. I don't know. Mr. something.
Your story is same exact thing, except him, who's a pedophile.
Yeah, there's that.
Yes. A pedophile who wants to be funny.
Yeah.
That's it. That's really it. Someone call FBI. We're at Northern High School, Durham, North Carolina. If he still works there, look for pedophiles, please.
Oh, here's a fun fact. Speaking of North Carolina.
Okay.
You know, Alex and I were both born in Montana.
Yeah.
No way, you too?
Yeah, me too.
Whoa.
Billings, Montana.
Great Falls, Montana.
Wow. How about that? When did you leave?
1.
I was literally just still a baby when we
Yeah,
came to
same.
California. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
How's about that?
I could have been you in
have you been
another
back?
life.
You guys
What?
been back?
You guys what?
Huh?
You guys been back to
I've never
Montana?
been back. Have you?
No, me
Have
neither.
you?
I want to.
Me too.
I want to. Do you snowboard?
No.
Oh. Well, I want to go up there and snowboard because I feel like it's probably good.
I'd like to do something. Just
Yeah.
to be like, yo, I was
Yeah.
born here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back to my Montanian roots.
Yeah. that'll be
Hopefully, like
sick.
Great Falls is a cool part to visit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, my dad tells me that once we left Billings, Montana, there were no more Asians in Billings, Montana. So maybe things have changed in the past however long, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think Montana Asians. I don't. That never happened. I've never.
I just think of Hannah.
Yep.
Hannah. Good old Hannah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Go visit your hospitals and just get the vibes, you know?
Well, you know,
That'd
my
be sick.
mom tells me, and she tells me not to share this story because I always thought it was a joke. But she's like, they always used to tell me that we left Billings, Montana because I was an unexpected C-section baby and they weren't ready for the hospital bill. And it was like way too much.
They
And
dined and dashed.
They
birthed and dashed?
They birthed and dashed.
What?
They vagined and dashed. No. But so when I tell that story, one day my mom was like, "Hey, stop telling that story." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Y'all got like a debt you got to pay to the hospitals in Montana? I don't know, man." So I was like,
I got it. I can cover it for you.
yeah.
Or interest might build
Might be
up.
crazy.
Might be a lot of money.
Bro.
Though, yeah.
Why'd you guys leave Montana?
My dad was in the military, and I think that was the last place he was stationed. And so after that, we just moved to where his family was in Kentucky, and then North Carolina, then California.
Weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I was born in the Philippines.
Oh, fun. What part?
You know, Pangasinan, Dagupan City?
Oh.
Yeah,
Are you familiar?
I was there. You familiar?
I've only ever been to Manila.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Once.
It's around there.
For work?
For work, yeah. It was actually I did a random show. It was one episode of a thing where it was like your fan shows you around a city.
Oh,
right?
sick.
And the producers asked me, "What's one thing you really want to do while you're in the Philippines?" I was like, honestly, I want to eat the most interesting thing y'all can find me, right? And no, I'm not talking
You said
about
that in the Philippines?
yeah.
Oh,
And
man.
Right.
this isn't a bullet story, all right? Because basic shit, right?
Can we guess?
Sure.
What do you think it's going to be?
I was
If
gonna
it's
say
not-
bullet, but like,
what I
knowing
would
Tim?
say blood soup.
no, that's, is it, it's not, it's, let me guess. What was it?
Y'all will never guess.
Is it a sheep stomach?
Ask no. I'll tell you. So I told them this, right? And I'm like, look, because I used to have this, like, I still kind of think it's true, but this philosophy that if you eat animals that people don't normally, like, they'll stray away from, I feel like you get like the life energy from them because everyone's eating cows and chickens and pigs and shit, right?
Yes.
But it's like, if I eat a little balut, maybe I'll get this balut power. And a lot of people, they're not getting part of that, right? So I used to always like, well, what's the weirdest shit on the menu? Give me that, right?
Yeah.
So we go to the Philippines. We go to Manila. We had to drive an hour and a half outside of Manila to go to this very specific restaurant. I forget what it's called, but their whole shtick was that they have a menu of things people don't normally eat. And I'm talking about even like, this isn't like Filipino delicacy shit. This was like,
It's weird to the Filipinos,
weird
too.
shit.
yeah, the Filipinos
Okay.
were like
Oh, damn.
behind the camera, like, ugh. So we get there, and the way they did it was they would bring out the raw form of the item, so we get the full like, whoa, this is crazy effect, and then they would bring it out how they prepared it. You know what I'm saying? So first it was like ants. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Bunch of ants. All right, cool, ants. And then they brought it out. Oh, it's stir fried with some. You eat it with some whatever. It's delicious. And then they brought out like cow butt and ball soup. You know, some chopped up testicles and butt in some soup. Great. And then they brought the balut, of course. Solid.
You ate it?
Yeah.
All of it?
Huh?
You like actually ate?
Oh, I ate the little bird. Yeah.
Oh.
But you know, I think mine wasn't as developed. I feel like sometimes people might see
Yeah.
the ones with like the beak and the feathers and shit a little
Yeah.
daunting. Mine wasn't quite there yet, you know. So it was easier to eat. And then they brought out the pièce de résistance.
Eh?
They brought out a plate full of live beetle larva. And if you could imagine,
It's like maggots.
like Lion King, slimy yet satisfying, that part,
yeah.
big old, like size of my thumb,
Okay.
fucking,
With like little
like,
gushers.
gushing on the plate, like crawling off the plate and shit.
They were alive? Oh,
Alive.
the raw form.
The raw form,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
But then the dude who was like my fan, who was like hosting me on this episode, he's like, he picked one up. He's like, Tim, you ready? I was like, oh, word? Oh.
It was cooked. I mean, that's how you eat it.
No, they eat it. They fry it up and eat it with some tartar sauce. That's how the restaurant does it. But the fan was like, yo, you down? I was like, oh, man. I ain't no bitch. Let's go. So we pick it up, and this shit is like undulating in your fingers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
And like, you know, for camera, I didn't want to just swallow it. You know, so I'm like, all right, we got to make it look good for camera. So I bit into it. It like gushed into my mouth. And I kind of just went blank and chewed it and swallowed it. I don't really remember what it tastes like, but that's like the craziest shit I've ever eaten. And then I got back home and I felt like, you know, might have messed up my tummy a bit for like a week. Went to the doctor. I was like, hey man, so I was in the Philippines. I ate some beetle larva. He's like, all right, well, you had a little something funny. Yeah, you got a little bug here. Gave me some meds and I was fine. But yeah.
Damn, Hakuna Matata, bro. That's crazy.
I like to eat big animals.
Me too, dog.
I feel like
Giant
that's
beetle
where
larva.
you
Adult beetles.
no, like bison. Like instead of cow, I'd rather eat a bison or like a water buffalo or like a horse.
Oh, you horse?
I would. But they're fast. It's hard to catch.
I mean, not if you kill them.
True.
No, I got homies that went to Japan, and the JK people, right?
Yeah.
They were in Japan, and I forget what part of Japan they were in, but they said they went to this restaurant just because they smelled the barbecue smelling good, right?
Yeah.
And as they're like looking at the menu, because they had like the anatomy like laid out in the fun little menu.
Yes.
They're like, this cow looks weird. This cow looks funny, right? And then they realized, oh shit, this is a horse barbecue restaurant. And they got like horse sashimi slices that you can eat, so you can do it like sashimi style raw, or you can grill it up.
Yeah.
And they said it was tasty.
Is it good? Were they faster after?
Nay.
Dang.
Yeah. So are you down?
For a horse.
Yeah.
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 For horse.
I want some of the
Oh
freaking...
yeah.
I want...
Fire.
I want the what's the Clydesdale? I bet they taste good.
What's
That's like the
Clydesdale?
biggest horse. The ones with the like.
That's
fur,
too. I feel like
like-
that'd be too tough.
Yeah, I don't
Right?
know, but I always felt like the bigger the animal, the better. Like the just more strength you get. I don't know. That's what I always feel like.
Rhino. You do rhino.
I would.
Giraffe.
I mean, as long as they're not endangered and nobody's gonna get upset.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I
You're
eat
right.
it.
Someone's gonna get upset.
Well,
Yeah, for
if
real.
it was like if it was already dead, like
Dog.
if it was
How
like
about
oh
dog?
he got like attacked by a lion, but the lion didn't finish, I'll eat it. I'll
Dog?
finish it.
Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog? No, probably not.
No, we can't. Not just for our people. We
Yeah,
can't.
absolutely. Okay, good. You.
I'd smell it.
I always like whenever people like ask me like, oh, okay, would you ever like try some dog then because of your theory? I'm like, nah, I just for my people's sake, I can't. I feel like it would just set us back. You know
I
what I'm
had
saying?
one time somebody sent me for my birthday like a pack of jerky from a bunch of different animals, and I tried them all. There was ostrich jerky, kangaroo jerky, gator jerky. There's a lot of jerkies.
Kangaroo.
Apparently, you can get that pretty easily.
Sent you from Australia. From Australia.
It's a little expensive, but you can try jerky.
Yeah, bro.
Would
yeah.
you eat human?
What?
Oh,
What?
that's a good question.
Would I eat human?
Would you eat a human steak for $1 million?
a stick of human meat?
No,
No,
a steak.
A human steak? No.
6 ounce, 6 ounce.
Okay, let me ask you this: were they nice or were they mean?
They were gonna die anyways. They're about to die.
Oh, then they got some. It's like disease and shit.
No, natural causes.
Old.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
But what if but you get $1 million for eating a 6 ounce steak?
Okay, how about 10 million?
Okay, 10 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah, I couldn't do it.
10 million?
50.
I couldn't
How
do
about
it.
one bite? Not even the whole steak. For 1 million, one bite.
One bite of human steak
Yeah.
for how much money?
$1 million. And you can't even tell it's like it tastes like whatever other animals.
Yeah, all right, probably.
And then okay, so you would. So this person died of natural causes. You would eat a piece of one bite of steak for $1 million. But what if their last words before they died was "Don't eat me"? Would you still do it? It's not illegal, but morally,
Ooh, yeah,
it's
that
not.
feels, up. Yeah.
But they would. What are they gonna do? Haunt you maybe
But
a little bit?
were their words? Just don't bite one piece of me.
No, they said, Tim, don't eat me.
I couldn't do it.
Really?
It's their dying wish.
Why, you're scared they're gonna haunt you or something?
Wait, do I like this person?
You just met them.
Okay, so I just met them and they're dying and they say, Tim, before I go, just don't eat my flesh, please.
Yeah, don't eat any part of it. You know what? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Did I reply before they died? Did I say okay?
No, they said, Tim, don't eat me. Ah.
Oh, okay, well then yeah, done deal.
Oh, you're gonna eat it.
Like even if I was like, and he died, I'm like, oh, all right, I don't know you, bro.
Can I have some? Do I get any of the money?
No.
Oh, all right.
But I'll tip the server though. For the person at the restaurant that's cutting this guy up for us.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking, yeah, okay.
Well, good thing you said that because we luckily have some meat.
Oh man, human. Oh, ooh.
Well, how about you?
What?
Would you do
Would
the
I
same?
what?
Same situation.
Yeah.
You would take a bite of human steak.
Yeah.
For $1 million, even if this person said, "Don't do this to me, please."
Yeah.
How about it's me that died? What was my meat?
And you said don't?
I said, don't eat me, Alex. But you have the option. Someone gives you $1 billion if you eat my meat.
A billion?
I would probably do it.
Who's not gonna do that?
Okay, okay, fine. 10 million.
I'll do it.
1 million.
I'd do it. No, I do it because I bet even though you said that, you'd probably be like, no, do it, dude.
Do it. Yeah, you good. I'm already dead. It's for Alexis.
Yeah, I'll give something on that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
My guy.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. You can eat me too. You don't but you don't get any money. But if I die and nobody's around and you have a chance, go take a bite.
What body part though?
You know what's crazy is I just had this realization.
Yeah.
Is that when you eat meat, you're eating muscles. So you're not eating skin, you're not eating flesh, you're not eating tendons, you're just eating other animals' muscles.
Muscle and fat, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Never thought about it.
Yeah, it's best to not think about it. I just turn it off and just eat away.
You don't think you could ever be vegetarian?
No.
Me either.
Yeah.
It'd be hard.
Yeah, I tried to do it for like a month. I did it for like 3 months to see if I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I did it for like a month and then I went pescatarian with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fishy.
And then like a Super Bowl popped up and I was like, I gotta eat these wings, man.
Yeah.
And then I just never turned back.
I tried to be vegetarian for like a week because I really hated plants for that week. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't stick to it.
It's hard, bro.
I did my
It's
duty.
hard.
Are you?
Vegetarian?
Yeah.
No, but I got diagnosed with a non-alcoholic liver disease.
Oh?
So my liver is just filled with fat from like red meat and like
Really?
It's filled or
Sugar.
it's covered? I thought
Covered,
it was-
covered.
Oh, covered, yeah.
Probably not anymore. It was like half a year ago. So I stopped eating red meat.
Dang.
Changed my diet to like chicken and like fish.
Whoa.
And I don't know. I feel better. But I love meat so much, man. I love it.
So did that is like a genetic thing or that came from you just eating
just
so
eating
much red
like
meat?
eating bad.
For real?
Too much red meat's bad for you.
Yeah.
100%.
And how did you know that happened to your liver? Like, were you having complications or?
No, I just went in for an annual checkup.
You
Tested
took his
my blood,
blood?
and then
Oh,
my
shit.
liver enzyme was like extremely high, like 10 times the amount it should be.
Really?
And they said, "Hey, you got liver disease. You need to chill with like starches, sugar, red meat, specifically red meat."
Dang.
Yeah.
So after he went to the doctor, I was like, oh, I better go check too because we're close to the same age. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So I went and the doctor took my blood. And then they said I have high cholesterol, like really high cholesterol.
Really?
Yeah, so I still eat the red meat that I'm not supposed to eat, but I also eat a lot of fish and chicken now, which I didn't do before.
I've also been told that I don't have really high cholesterol, but it's skewing higher than it should be. It's like if I'm there, if this is healthy, I'm like here. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get my diagnosis and I'll cut back on the on the red meat and the alcohol for like a month, and then I'm just back to my
When's
old
the last time
ways.
you got a blood test?
Recently, and my wife was shocked at how healthy I am.
No way.
She just thought my shit was gonna be all fucked up, like because of just how much I'm drinking for different shows and shit like that, and like enjoy the occasional drink.
Yep.
And I eat a lot of red meat, and she got my results back, and they were pretty much all good, and she's like, "What? There's no way." And I said, "Sorry about it."
I like the taste
That's
of blood.
great.
I do.
Blood.
Yeah.
Like when you bite your lip and you taste your blood. You
Oh
like
yeah.
the
If
best?
my nose is bleeding, anything. If I'm like, oh,
Like that?
I'm not doing that because I'm trying to drink the blood, but I'm trying to like not let it, when you get a cut and you're like, ow.
It's like liking this.
But I like it.
It's like liking your own like ass smell. Like you
Yeah.
ever like touch your butthole something and go
smell
like
it?
this?
Yeah, all the
and
time.
it's like addicting.
You gotta just make sure that you're clean.
Do we have any hand sanitizer for these guys?
No, you never do that.
No.
It's like you should.
I never do that for that reason, but sometimes I'll scratch right on the hole because there's an itch.
And then you don't
No.
sniff it.
I don't
should
think
sniff
so.
You don't sniff your finger after you scratch your butthole.
No, but if my girlfriend's butthole's out, like after a shower or something, I'll go, and I'll go, and then she's like, don't smell that. Don't do that.
That's
But
different. But this is your butthole.
my own.
You should try it. It's like smelling the upper lip. Your upper, you go like this. Smell your upper lip sometimes.
Yeah, I go like this.
No, I'll just stick
Really?
to drinking
Yeah.
blood.
So you like your medium rare steak guy then, yeah? Or do you go?
No.
No?
I don't like other animals' blood. I like my blood. I wouldn't drink your blood.
If I give you some of my blood, like right now, would you drink it?
I would probably, if I had the doctors like, oh yeah, you're good to go, I would probably take a little.
If you get a needle, poke a hole, I let you do it. I'm serious.
Is that weird?
A little bit.
That's probably not safe.
No.
I'm more concerned with how you like your steak because how do you like your steak?
Medium.
Okay.
Like medium, in between medium and medium well.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. I guess.
So how you like being a dad?
Having kids is lit.
Were they both on purpose?
They were both on purpose.
Oh,
Very
okay.
meticulously planned. Yeah, we're to the point where, first time around, Chia was like, watching her ovulation and had it scheduled and taking her temperature because it's a very scientific situation if you want to do that. Where it's like women are really only ovulating 2 days a month.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
not a
saying?
lot.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I remember the first time we tried. It was like 6 a.m. her first day of ovulation. She was like, I'm ovulating. We gotta do it. I was like, oh, let me take a shit. Let me take a shit first. Just let me shit, and then we can get started.
Let me shit and not flesh, okay?
Fire. Then for the first child, my daughter, we literally tried for like a week, and then she was pregnant, and it was like a blessing.
Dang.
And
How long after the process do they read pregnant?
pretty like you can get some early there's something like with the temperature or the hormone, like something will change pretty quick.
What?
You know? And I remember quick cute story. The week we were trying, so Chia's like super close to her grandma abuela that passed like years ago, and Chia also has like huge fear of bugs, all right, wasps specifically. So I remember it was COVID, and we were, the plan was to make a baby, and I hear her outside screaming for her life, right? I'm like, oh, fuck, a fucking wasp. I go out there, I see a beautiful white butterfly flying near her face, right?
Aww.
I'm like, yo, chill, it's a butterfly. But I've never seen a butterfly follow somebody like this before, where like she closed the glass door and the butterfly's at her face behind the glass. And I'm like, that's your grandma telling you you're pregnant, right?
Aww.
And she didn't believe me, but sure enough, she was pregnant. And so that's why next to this tattoo, I have a little butterfly next to my baby girl's face. And then Q, my boy, was born, he's a year and a half old. And he took a little longer, took some probably like a good 6 months of trying.
Oh.
But yeah, it's different every time.
So 6 months of trying, but you're ovulating 2 days out of the month. So when you're ovulating, do you just go?
Yes, it's so tiring, dog. You're exhausted.
Yeah.
It's just like, cause she knows she's ovulating for this. I remember like when we first tried and like for that first week, I was like, oh, I need a break. She's like, okay, good. 'Cause she was tired too, and I remember during the process, just to keep it fun, I always tell this story where I'm like, I bought a bunch of like outfits just to keep it spicy, because we're going in for like a whole week,
Yeah.
And I always joke, I'm like, I wonder what did it. Was it the black leather one? Was it the fishnets?
Yeah.
Was it the cheerleader? Who
Oh my gosh,
knows?
I just picture you in all
Yeah,
these
for
outfits.
sure.
And I don't know if I liked it.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me borrow those two costumes, by the way. The hot dog and the hot dog and the SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, or it might have been the hot dog that got us
Oh
pregnant.
yeah, I
Who
forgot.
knows?
You're not even wearing a wiener
Yeah.
anymore. I'm so excited to be a dad. I want to be a dad one day. I thought I'd be a dad by now. Like I thought I was gonna be married by 30.
Yeah.
We all thought we were gonna be married by like 25, bro.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's the little kid. You think like, yeah, I'll graduate college at 24 and I'll get married and I'll have kids by like I'm 26, you know?
Yeah.
And then you're 28 and you're like, what am I doing?
Do you have siblings?
No, just me.
Just you. Mm-hmm. I forgot why I asked that.
Doesn't matter.
It was probably super awesome and eloquent.
Did you take a fertility test before you started trying?
Me? No. I knew I just had an abundance of cum. Just so much just jizz.
Yeah.
Gobs
Okay,
of it.
good. Because I was talking to someone, it's like, I just took a fertility test, and there's got to measure the volume of sperm and how fast my sperm speeds up and stuff.
There's like one
damn.
out. It's like trillion, right? And like so one will make it.
No, there's only two sperms. One or the other sperm will make it.
No, that's not true.
Really?
Yeah, there's trillions.
Really?
Yeah. So we're all very lucky. We're all very fast, apparently.
Yeah.
In our forms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone living is lucky.
Yeah.
Like,
You know,
crazy.
I just remembered. You were one of the reason, or I almost fought Manny Pacquiao's son because of you.
Oh, shit. That's right. Yeah. What happened with it? I was hit up. This dude I know that is kind of in that world was like, hey, man, got a proposition for you. You down doing these YouTube boxing matches, but a box Pacquiao's son? I'm like, no. First of all, I don't do that. Second of all, no. But I was like, I know someone who might be down. Yeah. I connected you. What happened with that?
We were gonna do it. It was gonna happen. I think it was after the Deji fight. I was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao's son. But then KSI hit me up to fight him, and then also, so I couldn't fight. I couldn't go because I had to go down a weight, like a lot, probably like 145 or 150, and I was like 160 or 165 at that time. So I think I could have made it to that weight, but then I would have to jump back up to 185 or something for KSI because he wanted to fight me at a higher weight, and then so I was like, so I picked KSI
For sure.
and then that didn't even work out because I got a concussion because I was fighting too heavy. I was fighting heavy dudes. So yeah, that's what happened with that. But that was crazy. He just randomly hit me up. He said, "Hey, you want to fight Manny Pacquiao's son?" I was like, "What? Yeah."
I was like, no, thank you. I'm not trying to fight anybody ever, so I'm good.
Okay, let's close it out with. Do you have any advice for me? Because I'm trying to get married soon, and I'm trying to have kids soon. So, like, is there anything that you were like, man, I wish I would have known that?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question.
You know, I feel like my advice for getting married. You talking about advice for just marriage?
Marriage, and then also kids, just like how to be a better man or something. I don't know. Give me everything.
Well, man, look. I feel like, and it's gonna sound super cliche, but like as far as marriage goes, especially being in the industry we're in, communication is like so important, right? That's like the most important thing, you know, because we're off like just doing all types of shenanigans, and I'm like, I try to make sure that my wife is as informed as possible, and our communication is on point. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's because we started as long distance, but I try to make sure she always kind of knows what's up.
She's Canadian, right?
Yeah,
I remember you told me that. Yeah.
And as far as kids, man,
Oh, yeah.
you know, once you make babies, I think you should be prepared to, you know, it does change the relationship a little bit because you're not each other's main priority necessarily anymore. So I almost kind of I felt like I had to really go out of my way to prioritize my wife again. You feel me? Where it's like it's almost easy to be like, okay, only worry about the kids.
Yes.
And you almost lose your relationship in that if you're not like actively working towards keeping that an important thing. You know what I'm saying? I kind of had to nudge her because she loves being a mom so much. And you know, like where we had a conversation on camera where, you know, she was like, do you miss, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you miss our lives before the kids? And I was like, probably like an 8. Not gonna lie. Like, not to take away from how much I love my life as a father, because I do love it. But if we're gonna talk about how much I enjoyed our lives as just you and me together, and do I miss that? Of course. But it's not like I would take anything back. You know what I'm saying? You miss a lot of shit. You look back on it, you're like, oh, I missed that. That was great. I miss that week we spent in Singapore, or like, you know, without having to worry about anything else. You know, of course I miss that. And for her, she was so wrapped up in being a mom, she wasn't even thinking about that. She was like, damn, I would probably say like a 2. She's like, I wasn't even thinking about it.
Well, you guys both had long relationships before. I mean, it was a long relationship before the marriage. Right?
Yeah,
you
How
too.
long was
Yeah.
yours before you got married?
We were engaged for like we were together for like probably 7 years before I proposed.
Yep.
Yeah, you?
Probably 8.
Yeah.
And then we got married 10th year mark. For me.
Dang. I think the thing that's like, I'm trying to think of the word. I wouldn't be scared, and I could say nervous, but not in a bad way. Is when I'm the head of the family. Like I have to protect not only her, but I have to protect the kids. I have to teach them. I have to I have to provide for them. I'm like, I'm excited for it, but I'm just like, whoo, okay. It's like before a fight. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, man. And you know what? For me, dog, the most difficult part, I would say this. I'm not too concerned about the providing part, and the protecting part. You know, because we just buy a gun. You know, but
America.
But for me, the hardest thing so far has been like having to be like a stern dad.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like it's almost not really in me to like raise my voice at my daughter especially and to like discipline, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make sure I do that or work on that so that like she is not constantly the bad guy, you know, and that so she doesn't look at me as like someone she can like manipulate, or so that I'm not raising a girl who just feels like she's just gets whatever she wants. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot of shit you don't really think about until you're there and you're like, oh, I don't want to raise a little entitled little girl. I should tell her no sometimes. But it's so hard so hard to say no.
It was easier back in the day when you get spanked. Now you can't spank these days. They're gonna be like, nah.
I know, and I don't even want to.
I don't want to either, but like, you got to do it. You got to like think about
something.
Now you got to be like, we got to do it like this, or we got to, you're grounded for this, or it's hard. It's just easier. I would never spank, but I got spanked.
Yeah, me too.
And it was just easier back then. Be like, if you did something bad, Right. I was like, ow.
Yeah. I'm so excited to be a dad, dude. I gotta tell you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm just like, because we have one on the way. Like, in the future.
I was like, yo, what?
Got your ass.
That's how you gonna announce it?
No.
You phrased that in a crazy way.
What did you mean?
No, in the future. We have one on the way.
Oh, well, then we all have one on the way in the future.
Absolutely. So, no, I'm just excited.
It's like we're all pre-diabetic.
Yeah.
Like,
pretty much.
Until you're diabetic, we're all pre-diabetic.
I mean, we're all dying.
We're all dying.
Yeah.
I was 12 when my little brother was born. And so from like 12 to 14, there'd be so many days where I would fake having a headache or a migraine or something that wouldn't be contagious to him so that I could just stay home and play with him.
Aww.
And so I would just like, when he was a baby, I would pretend I was sick with something that's not contagious so I could still play with him. And then I would just watch him try to pick his head up and be like... And then also I teach like he's older now. I teach him how to box. I teach him self-defense. I teach him like just girls, all this stuff. And so I'm excited. I want to be a girl dad too, but I am very excited to be a boy dad. I'm like, yo, you gonna know some stuff.
It's all fun, bro. It's all so fun, and I'll tell you this too. It's great for engagement. Get those Instagram likes up. Oh, it's great.
Nice.
But yeah, man. I think, and as someone who was like, I was just saying this, but like when they tell you, oh man, why don't you grow up? As someone who never has grown up and you're just always a kid, it's like when you finally have kids, you don't need to like adjust anything. You know what I'm saying? People would be like, oh wow, you finally have an excuse to watch kids movies and Disney movies. I'm like, what do you mean excuse?
Yeah, I've been watching that.
Yeah,
I'm showing them
in theaters as with my homies watching Disney movies. So it's like you get to put little kids, your kids onto this shit. Oh, it's so fun.
Oh yeah, I hated it when like growing up. Like once I got to around 30, people are like why don't you grow up? Why are you still a kid? I'm like, because I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Because my job allows me to be a kid.
Exactly.
And most people don't want to not be kids. They just had to.
Yeah, bro. When people are like, why don't you dress like an adult? I'm like, I pretend to rap and I make internet videos. What am I going to put on a button shirt for? Why?
Next time you're on, we're going to do a freestyle.
Okay.
All right. I feel like, sometimes you drop stuff out of nowhere. I'm like,
do it now, beatbox, go. Do it now, let's go.
I can't beatbox, but.
Yo. Freestyle off the top like I'm up in the booth. Here with wasabi and guava juice. Freestyle, well, maybe we just gonna talk about how we make babies.
Hey.
Yeah, I said and you think I'm done, but right now I'm about to freestyle a stupid pun. Yo, that might be tough. I asked your dog how he's doing. He said it's so rough.
Hey,
out here in the streets one time. Big Tim, I'ma spit one line.
Hey-o.
That's it.
Hey! Thank you, Tim, for joining us on the Spicy Fruit Podcast. We're gonna have you on again. Oh, what?
Yeah, it's your turn now. Let's go.
Well, I need a topic.
You don't need one. You don't. Yo, go up. Wait, I need a breath.
Okay, bye.